Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Tiger Paws. So we had our board meeting last week, and I just wanted to update everybody on exactly what happened at that meeting. So I'll just be going over a few things. It wasn't a real heavy meeting, and there wasn't any really big pieces of action. But one thing that did happen was during my superintendent's report, I did discuss the issues concerning our tax levy for this year. It's looking like the numbers for EAV, or the evaluation of the homes, is coming in maybe a little bit less than what we had anticipated. So that means that the budget's going to be a little bit tighter for next year than what I had actually anticipated. I do always overestimate that a little bit whenever we're doing the levy, but it looks like it may be even lower than what I would have expected it to be considering my overestimation. But I don't have the final numbers yet, so I'm not going to really dive too deeply into that at this point in time, or start getting extremely concerned until I see the final numbers from Knox County. Also talked about FOIA requests. The district does get quite a few FOIA requests. I reported about 5 FOIA requests that the district had received over the previous month, and that will be in my report for each month going forward. Also, the beginning of the concession stand project has been moved. Originally, it was going to be mid to late May. Now, actually, it is going to be starting on this coming Monday on May 4th. In fact, they've already turned off the power to the area yesterday and have already started disconnecting some of the things. But demolition will begin next week, and then construction to immediately following that. Once that is done, I know they are planning on doing some foundation work sometime next week. So we'll be starting to see the beginning of that project going on. It will not impact any track practices or anything else that we still have going on, or any of the school events. That will still continue to happen as it would have, because it doesn't impact the track itself, only the area where the concession stand has been, and that will be roped off so that people will not be able to get into that area. In other actions, the board did authorize the beginning of the strategic planning process. So we have contracted with IASA to conduct strategic planning. I'm currently working with them on selecting dates. But again, if you are interested in participating in strategic planning and helping set the direction for the district for the next 5 years, please reach out to me and I'll put your name on the list to be invited to participate whenever we do get those dates set. Otherwise, I know there's certain key people that we'll be inviting anyway. But if you definitely want to be a part of it, please make sure you reach out if you have not already. Either send me an email or a phone call, and I will get you on the list. In other areas, the board did approve our FY27 district consolidated plan. That is a plan that the district has to develop in order to file for our Title I, Title II, Title IV, and IDEA grants. A big group of federal grants, we have to have a consolidated district plan in place, and we have to do that every single year. And that plan has to be approved by the board and then approved by ISB before we can even apply or even start the process of applying for our federal grants. So we're awaiting that process to get through the ISB approval process, and that way we can start our title grants and our IDEA grant applications. Now, the board also set the calendar of meetings for FY27. They are all still the third Tuesday of the month, with the exception of the August meeting, which is set for the second Tuesday of the month. So the day before school starts will be a board meeting in August. The rest of them are all the third Tuesday of the month at 7 p.m. So those have not changed. We also had a variety of policy updates. It was about 90 pages worth of policy updates. The majority of those were just small minor changes or clerical corrections. Some of them are just updates in order to bring the policy in compliance with changes in law. And again, most of those are just minor changes. The board did also interview our student ambassadors for next year, and they appointed both Hazel Walters and Caleb Perez as student ambassadors next year to replace the 2 that will be going off for this year. We look forward to working with those 2 students as student ambassadors moving forward, and I know that they're both going to do a great job. The final action that the board did take was to extend the superintendent's contract, or my contract, for 2 years. That will bring my contract now through to the end of, or June 30th of 2029. So that will give me three years remaining in the district. And I thank the board for taking that action. And that I look forward to continuing to serve the district, and I hope to move on past 2029. But we take that a little bit at a time, and we'll talk about that again in a couple of years. That's really the only actions that the board has taken for last month. But I do look forward to continuing to serve the district and to starting the project that we have starting next week. Please feel free to drive by and take a look at it as it's going on. Watching a construction project can always be interesting because sometimes it seems like there's nothing happening for a long time and then a bunch of stuff happens all at once, and it's really interesting to watch. But that will be starting on Monday, and we look forward to the completion of that project. Again, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to reach out to me or to my office, either by email or by telephone, or you can try to stop in. Sometimes I'm not in the office, but if I'm not, Nikki can help you make an appointment for when I will be. Again, looking forward to continuing to serve the district, and have a wonderful day.